Kpoppies. Today we will be talking about Blackpink's further after disband and will they resign. Every group disband and that's the sad truth, so Blackpink is no exception. I will be dividing the video into topics so it's more clear. This is fully my opinion and predictions, so it's okay if you don't agree with me. Please don't leave any hate in the comments. I love Blackpink and its members. They have been my favorite female group since I have been into K-pop, so I would never hate them. Tell me your opinion in the comments. It's 2022 already and Blackpink's contract is gonna end in 2023, so there is only a year left, which is sad and breaks my heart. Anyways, let's get started. I don't think any member will resign their contract with YG. Many PPL say it's Jennie, but I don't think that, cause since 2021 Jennie isn't active or doing anything. She just did a few modeling and 8 YouTube videos. And from her recent post on Instagram, I think she is enjoying more as a model and a Western artist rather than in YG. She promoted herself better than YG could. Think they will move back with their parents or buy the LOL our own house and start a new life, you know. But I'm 100% sure they will still be friends and will meet up from time to time. They have been together for 6 years and I believe that they will still be besties even when they are grandmas, lol. So there are many angles to look at this. At the first glance my answer would be no, they don't get managed and treated like they should be as the top girl group in the industry right now. I mean, come on, one annual comeback? Really? YG is really just shit with them and seemingly favors certain members over others. There have been multiple instances where the girls have been uncomfortable about questions about comebacks because even they don't know when the next will be and they have no creative control whatsoever. I believe I remember Jennie saying that staff took and threw away a notebook of hers that had over 80 completed and / or work in progress songs in it. If we take a deeper dive, let's say they decide to stay together but leave the company. YG has copyrighted a lot of stuff, down to their names. Of course this is to prevent slander and for marketing / merch purposes, but that means that if they decided to leave the company they would have to come up with new stage names. They also wouldn't be able to perform the same songs or dances. After all, those choreography and song pairs are owned by YG, not the girls themselves. Even their group name Blackpink would no longer be Blackpink, they would have to be called something else, and in general it's just a whole mess. So I don't think they would do this one. Can only imagine the crap they went through while they were locked in the dungeon, also known as YG headquarters. Here's a few short bullet points as to why I think they will literally just leave the company after the contract expires. Extreme psychological distress. We know all the members either are currently or have had chronic depression and / or anxiety. Their CEO, at the time, gambled away Blackpink's earnings. Millions of dollars gone. They didn't see a single dime of it. Jennie's music journal was stolen by YG management. It contained dozens of songs that she had written. She never got it back. They have one comeback a year. K-pop groups are supposed to have multiple comebacks during a single year. They get given the worst songs by their producers, instead of letting the members create their own music, like Big Bang has always done. Rose is being forced to sing unnaturally. Their producers are making her strain her voice to create that unique mouse Y tone. Her real voice doesn't sound like that, it's naturally much deeper. Making her sing unnaturally like this is damaging her vocal cords, maybe even permanently. CEO favored Jennie and didn't even try to hide it. He gave her nicer clothes and more lines than the other members. The public believed Jennie was a lazy attention-seeking WH*re, when really she was a severely depressed girl who had been forced to live like a prisoner, locked into a contract where she basically lost her human rights, and was a literal slave under YG. Preety version. I mean, it would hurt anyone cause you are just a copy of or elder. YG used to try this image of the company that only cares about talent and not looks, or our artists are different, because we don't care about looks. They always promoted 2NE1 as the ugly, but talented group, and before 2NE1 there was a smaller group. I think the name had Mama on it, but I'm not sure. Starship tried to use the same strategy with Sistar, but people didn't agree with the company when they called Sistar's members ugly. Most of them were considered pretty, not like in 2NE1 where only Dara was called pretty. Yang Hyun-suk always said that he wanted to create a group like Girls' Generation, then Twice debuted and he started to say the same thing, but this time aiming for Twice. He decided that the best strategy to create a girl group that will be loved by Koreans would be changing this image of ugly but talented and following the pretty and talented. I don't know about boy groups, but for girl groups, YG will for sure follow this new trend, because it really worked with Blackpink, and I saw some of their female trainees. They are all pretty and young. I mean, it's hard for them as they were known as new to anyone and not their own identity, which is Blackpink. If they actually stay together, which I don't think will happen, but will they be popular? I will discuss about them if they leave Blackpink too. YG Entertainment is a unique company if you think about it in this perspective. If the Blackpink members now were trainees under SM or JYP and YG debuted a new group at the same time, the new YG girl group would basically as popular as Blackpink now. All those Pink Punk members that didn't make it would still be popular because they were also pretty talented as well, but now look at them debuting in other groups. They aren't as famous as Blackpink. If Blackpink was in a different agency, they would be the best trainees but would have different style and concepts and would be just like any other typical K-pop group. YG Entertainment's concepts and style is what makes Blackpink popular. I'm sure other companies have members just as talented or even more talented as Blackpink, but because of how the company uses them for style, music and concept, they don't get recognition with the public. The truth is the general public like YG's style. That's why every single boy and girl group in YG is a big group. There is no small group in YG. Every single YG group has a song that they are known for and have been at the top at some point in their careers. Big Bang, 2NE1, Winner, Icon, Blackpink, and now even Treasure will be popular. Just watch their survival show YG Treasure Box. They definitely have a lot of experience in the music industry, from the way they perform on the stage to fashion, hype, and brand exposure. YG has mastered hyping up groups because every single group in their company is famous. There isn't a weak link. That's why there's a reason everyone is so hyped up for Treasure's debut, because they have high expectations. Now of course you need most talented idols to make a group popular, but that's just 20%. The 80% is up to the company to put out good music and content for the group and make them seem like superstars. Blackpink's image is classy, expensive, and flashy, all of which YG has maintained meticulously so far. They wear brand name clothing, create high production value music videos, and their most popular songs were created by one of Yang Hyun-suk's favorite music producer. And none of these they are likely to have if they leave YG. If they somehow decide and manage to all go into the same company, is it likely that they'll go into another company with as many connections and a reputation like YG used to have? Unless they get into JYP or SM, which I doubt they would, because they don't tend to sign artists that are not their own. No other company would invest that much on all those things above. For example, Preety earns quite a significant amount from 17 but invests way less into them. On outfits, music video sets, etc., while YG seems to have spent as much as they have earned for Blackpink. Jennie's whole image is the walking Chanel thing, so to take the Chanel part away from that kind of defeats the whole point. Their songs may be catchy, but what makes their music videos so popular is the production value. They spend loads on sets, costumes, special effects. Am I confident that they would still be as popular without all that? No, not really. Their established fandom may be loyal, but for those who aren't as interested, so for casual listeners or people who just check out their releases every once in a while and decide to listen or watch depending on the quality of the song or the quality of the music video, I don't think they'd still be as willing to give them a shot without all the bells and whistles. Jisoo will undoubtedly have a successful career as an actress. She could also be an MC. She has featured in a few K-dramas, and her acting is amazing. Her visuals will give her a big lead, and also the way she fits Korean standards almost perfectly will give her a boost in her acting career. Blinks and her solo stans will continue to support her, and she will get a lot of K-drama fans. Even some other group stans might stan her. Although Jisoo is a great vocalist, I do not see her doing solo music promotions. Or any music promotions minus an host. She is a decent idol, but she is not solo material, at least not yet. Rose could continue her career as a soloist, but there would be some problems. Rose has barely any rapping skill. Her vocals aren't the best, they certainly are amazing, but they are not the best, and she isn't the best dancer either. I don't know if she can write songs either. Jennie has above average in dance and singing, while she is one of the best female rappers in my opinion. Plus she can song write. Rose will have a successful solo career I think, but there will be some problems. Keep in mind, I don't think Rose is untalented. And I love her. But I think there will be more problems with her solo career. Rosie is talented and she is amazing. Have full doubts she would still use the fake voices even after disbanded. That's what made her special. I wouldn't say she is untalented without it because I'm nothing near there, but it just isn't the best for a vocalist. She has barely any rapping skill, and her vocal is acceptable but isn't the best. Her range isn't too high, very unstable, and voice crack on high notes really often. She isn't a strong singer, but we all started loving her when we were like, oh, somehow I always recognize her voice. That's what made her special, so I think she will continue using it anyway. And then netizens will start hating her for that, but that won't change shits. Overall it just seems to me Rose would start getting hates for using her singing voice, and this time there is no such excuse as YG forced her. No, she seems actually passionate about music, but YG treats her like shit. I would not be very surprised if she disappears from the K-pop world in general. Lisa has the most solo stans and fans around the world. She has the most Twitter/Instagram followers, which means she is the most popular member outside of Korea. She can continue to be a dancer or maybe even a choreographer, as she is an amazing dancer. Her YouTube channel, Lily Film, will also gain her popularity even when Blackpink disbands. Lisa isn't the best at singing. We love her singing voice because we are Blinks, but admit it, if it isn't Lisa, would you still say it's a good voice for a K-pop idol? No, her range is very small, and whenever she tried singing high notes she ended up being unstable. Check Mr. Removal. Her rapping skill is also pretty okay and her dancing skill is undoubtedly very good. But can she be a successful solo artist with a song with barely any vocal lines? I don't think so, unless Blinks or Lisa Stan makes it happen. Sure, she will shine on the stage, but how many would still support her song enough to buy tickets to her concert? Even if so, I think she will ended up doing more models stuff and or judges to dancing contests, rather than actually making music. Lisa can become a full-time dance mentor, continue modeling, and also continue posting her dance overs on YouTube with Lily Film. Lisa is the only member that I don't see making music after disbandment. I see her doing something similar to 2NE1's Minzy. Her influence can be seen in Youth With You. The denim outfit she wore quickly became a trend in China after the episode aired. Lisa has good variety skills and can easily become a cast member of a variety show in Korea or Thailand. She is a good television personality, reality, variety, survival, etc. in general. She is a good mentor on Youth With You despite having a language barrier, and she seems to enjoy it. Jennie has proven to us that she is certainly very talented, as is also amazingly popular during her solo song called Solo. She will be a very successful soloist, as Blinks will follow her, and she has the second biggest fandom in Blackpink after Lisa. Lisa stans, Jennie stans, Rose stans, then Jisoo stans. She will probably be a successful soloist as she can write songs, sing, dance and rap. She also fits Korean standards quite well. However, she can rap pretty good as K-pop standard and sing above average. Her visual is also accepted in Korean and loved by Western, and her dance skill is acceptable. And not to mention about her charisma. I don't think she will stay as YG princess, as that guy will soon enough find another girl, but even without him I still think Jennie will be a decent, successful solo artist. And she can date the person she wants as well as writing songs then too. As we all know, Jennie is really into fashion and she's the K-pop idol with the most brand deals and have not left the spot in 10 for consecutive 6 months, so we can clearly see how much she loves fashion, and she's even the brand ambassador of Chanel. I am also very sure, 99%, about her that she will become a model or open her own brand. We all know that Jennie is one of the style icons of Gen 3, and rightfully so. Many believe that if Blackpink were no longer together that she would become a fashion designer, own a brand, etc. This is seen with the mysterious new clothing line Nye that seems to only be worn by the girls and their friends. Many believe that it is owned by Jennie, Rosè and their friends. Jennie also did a collab with Gentle Monster and showed her influence and style in the collab. NGL, I want all of the items. So that's it for today. This video took me a long time to make, so please like, share and subscribe if you liked the video. See you next time. Bye.